Welcome to the SMS podcast. I'm here with
Me.
an old guest. What movies did we do together? I forgot. Oh, The Beekeeper and that shitty
Mother.
Jennifer Lopez movie. Oh, The Mother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're here today to talk about the new Hellboy movie that looks like a porno shoot. It looks like a YouTube fan movie. Even though the budget is 20 million, like what the fuck?
That was $20 million.
Yeah.
They need a refund.
We're here to talk about Hellboy the Crooked Man, directed by one of the directors of fucking Crank. Like, what the fuck? Like, How the Mighty Have Fallen. Like, how did you direct Crank and you directed this shitty ass movie? Like, what the fuck? Have you seen Crank?
Nope.
But you've seen the shitty movie, though, right?
You mean the best movie of 2024? Yes.
Oh, are you talking about Dune Part 2?
No, I'm talking about Anyone But You, but
Well, that didn't come out this year.
oh.
So, yeah, this movie, it stars a bunch of nobodies. The most famous actor in this movie is the guy. You remember the guy who said looked inbred?
Oh yeah, like from Wrong Turn.
Yeah, so that guy, I recognized him, but I didn't remember from what. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's the guy from Yellowstone. And in this movie, he's pretty bad. Everybody's horrible in this movie. Even that hottie Asian chick, she was terrible.
The CGI off the bat was terrible. What are you
Oh,
talking about?
the CGI is terrible.
The writing, the plot, everything.
The dialogue, the cinematography, this shit looks so ass. It looks, like I said, porno cinematography. Like, what the fuck?
You would know.
It's clearly shot in Eastern Europe. I don't understand these movies. They shoot it in Eastern Europe. Is it really that cheaper to shoot over there in Eastern Europe?
Probably. You probably paid the workers less.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. These fanboys of Hellboy saying it's the most accurate to the comic. Well, the comic must be dog shit because this movie's fucking trash. So I don't know what these people are talking about. This movie starts off on a train, and the train looks absolutely horrible. It looks like it's from a video game cutscene from 2004. What did you think?
I think that it does not look like it's worth $20 million.
So on this train, it's like the most horrible dialogue. We meet Hellboy, and there's this rookie agent. Her name is Bobby Joe, and apparently this girl is gonna play Katana. Ooh, I mean, Jesus Christ, she was horrible in this movie. At least she was hot. So they're transporting this spider, and it's funny. The whole time they're looking for the spider. And the spider, it looks absolutely terrible. It looks like it's from a different movie when you finally see the spider.
Looks like bad video game graphics.
Yeah, it looks, I mean, like I said, it looks like video game graphics from 2004. So this spider breaks out, and this spider's big as shit. The fucking train they're on flips over, and they're still looking for the spider. So it shrinks and then grows. So it shrinks down and it goes into this tunnel.
A mine shaft or
And
something.
yeah, to this mine shaft because they're in Appalachia, of course. And it just disappears. And the whole movie, or maybe not the whole movie, I think it's like the beginning of the movie, we keep getting these fucking scene transitions that look like a TV show. It's so bad.
You
It
loved
literally
it.
fades to black. It's so fucking stupid.
It was the best part about the movie.
So the next scene, they stumble upon this person's house. This person has the worst Southern accent I've ever heard. And it's not even the worst Southern accent in the movie. So they stumble upon this house because they're looking for a phone. And the person at the house, they're like, yeah, I have it next to my diamond Lamborghini.
It was literally a Mercedes Benz, but okay.
It shit was so goofy. So they go inside the house, and some fucking kid is literally possessed on the floor. Like, what the actual fuck? And even Hellboy's like, what's wrong with him? Well, he been like that since I got here. So then the guy from Yellowstone, the one you said that looks like an inbred, he finally comes up in the movie. He's like, hey, I'm back. Where's my mama? Where's my dad? And then he finds out that his mom died years ago. But then they say, well, your dad's still alive, but we haven't seen him in years. So then we get this awkward scene of the Asian chick and the guy from Yellowstone. And she's like, well, this is my area of expertise, Can you help us look for this witch? Because apparently the kid's possessed by a witch, and the witch's name is like Cora Fisher.
Yeah, and she makes like witch balls or something.
Oh my god! And then
Her
that witch
tutorial.
ball scene. Oh god, that shit was so goofy. So the guy's name is Tom Farrell, and they go looking for his ex, Cora Fisher, and they find her. And this is like the best scene in the movie. After that shitty ass witch ball scene, literally we cut to this random scene. It's basically like from a different movie where this witch talks about how to make a witch ball. So after that scene goes, they finally get to Cora Fisher's house, and Tom tells Hellboy, "Devil can't step in no church." And he's like, and Hellboy's like, "Oh, I'm actually not no devil." He's like, "Yeah, I know. I've seen the devil before." And they go to Cora Fisher's house. She's not there. And they go to their bedroom and they see Michael Jackson's skin from Scary Movie 3. They see this boneless corpse. And eventually, this raccoon steps in the course, and it's actually Cora Fisher. And we get this cool scene of the raccoon transforming into Cora Fisher. And this raccoon, it climbs into her skin, and she comes back to life. And Cora's just relieved to see Tom Farrell. And apparently, there's the same age.
I don't know. She looked old.
And he became the witch. No, I mean, they look the same age.
Wait, I have a question.
And
Did we skip over the part where the dad is the horse, or is that after?
that's after.
Okay, okay.
So then we get this goofy ass story of how Tom fell in love with this witch that isn't Cora. So after we get this scene of him meeting the witch when he was a teenager, we get this goofy ass scene of him at war, and it looks so fucking cheap. It looks like a local reenactment of whatever buttfuck town you live in. Like, it really looks that bad. I don't know where the money went. 20 million? Like, where the fuck the money go? So apparently Cora had children with this guy she married, and apparently her whole family died because she's a witch. And this dangerous force has been looking for her ever since, and Cora's terrified. That's why she's been changing her appearance to these animals, and that's why she leaves behind her skin at her house. And then you find out that the evil force haunting her is the same one that Tom is running away from. And then you found out years ago that Tom cheated on Cora and he made a deal with the devil. And you see the devil, it's so fucking goofy. He looks like the leprechaun played by Warwick Davis in those leprechaun movies, except he's normal height. So then this witch pulls up named Effie Cole, and she's there to attack Cora. But of course, Hellboy and Joe and Tom are there to save her. And then she's killed by the evil forces after they reach the church. So we eventually find out about who the Crooked Man is. He was the first European man to get to America, and
And he
he
was
made
white.
millions of dollars making. Well, obviously he's from Europe.
He's a
He made
colonizer.
well, duh, he's from Europe. He made millions of dollars selling to both sides of the wars, whatever. And then he hanged himself for some reason. I guess because he sold his soul. But his spirit wasn't accepted to heaven. He was sent to hell instead. I mean, it's pretty obvious he's the devil.
Yeah, he collects
He's-
souls
yeah, he came back to Earth to collect humans.
for pennies,
Yeah, for some coin.
like a spirit
So
coin or something.
apparently, Hellboy's connected to the Crooked Man. It's connected to his mother that he never met before. Because Hellboy, he's the son of a demon and a witch, but every time he thinks he's the devil. And we get this goofy ass scene
The
where we see
snake,
Hellboy in his mom's womb.
after he
It's
gets
it
bit
look.
by the terrible CGI snake.
Oh God! Oh wow! I didn't even get into that scene. There's a scene of this snake crawling up Cora's body, and it looks so fucking bad. It looks worse than the spider scene because when the snake bites Hellboy, that shit looks even worse. It looks like he has a toy on him, and then it's CGI, and then it looks like a fucking toy. So then we get this shitty ass scene where we see it might either be the Crooked Man or his dad. We see this big ass raven or crow, and it's talking to his mother, and it's so fucking goofy. It's just like telling him, "Oh, I have your soul," blah blah blah.
And the CGI little baby Hellboy inside of his mom looks tragic also.
I already said that, but yeah, it looks so bad. So find out that she agreed to have the child, but they turned the baby into a monster. And that's why Hellboy's a demon, because his mom agreed to let the Crooked Man turn him into one. So his existence is basically the consequence of her choices, not what the Crooked Man made. So eventually they get to this fucking church, and it's so goofy. It's basically like Evil Dead on a porno budget. They fight off these zombies or like witches.
I guess the witches, right?
And then eventually we get these goofy ass scenes. It turns back to day. They fight off the witches or zombies. They have this goofy ass shovel with a cross embedded on it.
Oh yeah, with the lucky bone. We forgot about that part.
This fucking lucky bone, oh my god. It's so fucking stupid. The whole time Tom has a lucky bone and it looks so fucking goofy. It looks like a chicken bone. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a MacGuffin. It finally turns back to day. They fight off the zombies and they have a plan to take down the Crooked Man. They go to this haunted house and the Asian chick and the priest stay there, and then they both go into the mine, and Hellboy and Tom goes to this haunted house, and we see Hellboy confront the Crooked Man. He sees his mother in hallucination, or maybe he's in hell when he sees her.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not scared of you, and you're not scared of me, or something like that.
And his mother's like, "Oh, please kill me and my suffering." But it's really the Crooked Man trying to trick Hellboy into killing himself. And that's when it flashes to reality, and you see Hellboy has his gun pointing to his head. But at the same time, the Asian chick, Bobby Joe, she's casting this magic spell to recall the saddest memory of her life, and it breaks the hallucination of his. It's so clunky that like none of this movie has no detail at all. I told you it felt like a third episode of some random TV show because we get no backstory, we get no development on these characters at all.
Nope.
So finally, they escape. Bobby Joe, she escapes the nuns because of her spell and because of the sacrifice of the Reverend. And she also finds the fucking spider. And Hellboy, he finally attacks the Crooked Man because Tom uses these witch balls against him. So him and Tom defeat the Crooked Man, and his body bursts out of all these fucking coins.
Coins, yeah.
And all the coins are souls that he's had over time.
And then Hellboy picks that one.
Yeah, it's because it's Tom's soul.
But like, how did he know? He just guessed.
I'm pretty sure that Hellboy sensed that it was his coin. Tom, he also defeats Effie Cole, but that witch who groomed him, I guess. She turns into the old woman, and she's like, "What will I do now?" And she transforms into a horse. So Hellboy and Bobby Joe walk away, and they find this fucking telephone booth. They call up the agency, BRPD, and it looks so fucking bad. This helicopter.
And literally the movie ends.
Oh, and there's this line that says, "The only thing Hellboy's afraid of is talking to you about how he really feels." Like, oh god. And she lays her head on his shoulder. Then it cuts to this horse that I assume is the witch, Effie Cole. And the end. Oh god.
My favorite line in the whole movie was whenever the inbred guy was like, I ain't no witch, but I'm a witch now, or something like that.
Oh god. Oh yeah, so it was witch. What would you like? Do you have any positives for this movie?
That it ended. I don't know. It
Oh
really was.
wow. Okay.
I tried to
Oh
keep
yeah.
an open mind,
Oh
but
yeah,
it was
because you
bad.
said this was the worst movie you ever seen. I don't know about all that, but it's pretty fucking bad. I
It
would
just,
definitely say this is one of the worst movies of the year.
it was poorly shot, poorly written, just not good. And then at some
I
point, you
mean,
said you could see his neck seam.
oh my god, it's so fucking cheap. If this was a fan film, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But this movie is directed by one of the directors of fucking Crank. I expect it to be at least look like an actual movie. This shit looks like a fan film that they didn't have the budget and they were like, well, actually, it's supposed to be a TV show because it feels like a TV show the whole time. I'm shocked these are professional actors. Like, holy shit.
And
The
his
best
aesthetic.
actor out of all of them was Hellboy by default. But even he was pretty bad. The way that Hellboy looks, holy fucking shit. It doesn't even look like good cosplay. It looks like somebody that just started doing cosplay. The rubber suit they use on him, you could literally see the seams when he turns his head. It's so fucking bad.
And the plastic arm looking thing, like it doesn't look. It looks like
Oh my god, it literally looks like fucking plastic. It looks so fucking bad. I'm shocked it didn't crack whenever they shot it in the movie. I bet you it cracked so many times because that's supposed to be a clay mold that I forgot who gave him that arm, but obviously that's not his real arm. They molded that arm into him. It looks like a toy arm that you buy at Walmart. It looks so fucking bad. The lighting is absolutely horrible. This whole movie was dark as fuck. I didn't finish the movie last night, so I had to watch it at work. These bright ass lights, I could barely figure out what was going on like the last 30 minutes. And also, the pacing of this movie is so fucking bad. This movie is only 90 minutes, and it feels like it's 3 hours. It's so fucking slow.
but it feels like you're watching 3 hours of nothing.
Like
Like,
three
where's the
hours of
story?
darkness.
Where's the plot?
Especially all the scenes when they're hallucinating. If the movie's already dark, why would you have it be even darker when you're doing these hallucinating scenes? None of that shit works. The only scene that works is that scene of when Cora transforms back into her human self. That scene actually works because it actually looked cool. It was these practical effects that she just transforms back to herself, like body horror. And that is literally like the only scene that worked in this movie because none of it works at all. I don't know how these people that are Hellboy fans say it's accurate to the comic. How
And
shitty
like,
is the comic if this is accurate? What the fuck?
I just don't understand the storyline because you start off with the spider and like the main thing is the spider, but then like we don't see the spider for like the whole movie until the end.
I don't
Like
even get what the point of the spider was because she was like, "Oh shit, that's the same spider." How would you even know that's the same spider? You're in like coal mine. There's probably 100,000 spiders in there already. That made no sense.
it served no purpose, like really.
I mean, it's so fucking bad. What would you rate this movie?
Out of 5 stars or out of 10?
No, we're doing it obviously out of 10. Did you forget how I rate movies on here?
Yes, it's been a while. I would rate this movie out of 10, probably a 4 star.
4. I would have said like a 3. Is there anything else you have to say about this movie? I'm trying to think of anything else.
It was rough.
I mean, every cutaway, it fades to black, then it immediately comes back like it's a TV show. Like, what the fuck? I think I already said that though.
You did, like
Yeah,
3 times.
that's the episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Is there anything you want to say about this movie?
Don't waste your time and don't watch it.
The only reason you should watch this movie is if you're a Hellboy fan and you have no taste. I mean, I guess that's the only reason you should watch it. Yeah, that's a review. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye.
Bye.